Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and in today's live stream, I'm focusing on you guys. Just a Q&A session. We're only going to be here for about an hour. Hey Lizzie. So let's get the questions going. First things first though, we're back from SpaCon. Hey Dragon. And I mean, I don't want to say that I'm dead inside, but like I need like a 3-week long nap. I'm not even kidding. I'm so glad. Hey Marcy, sorry. I'm really glad that Archon this weekend is the last time that we have 2 shows back to back for the rest of the year. Oh yeah, until November. Never mind. Hey Corinne, hey Julie, hey Valerie. Hey River. River says, LOL, I'm in art class right now. Hey Wasted Lady. So yeah, do y'all have any questions about anything? I'm here for live Q&A session. So, hey Juliet. Hey True Unknown in Memphis. You know, I'm going to be in Memphis in November. I'm actually a guest at the Memphis Comic and Fantasy Con there in Graceland. Hey Anders. Speaking of Vikings, hey Randy, are you able to hand me my Viking helmet from over there? Hey Diane, thank you. Diane says welcome home. It's nice to be here for like 2 days. Speaking of Vikings, I made a helmet. It's a little big on me, and I think this part looks dorky, but we can deal. Tanya says, are you going to do your craft room change around live? Oof, I don't know. And gosh, this really is, I need to trim it down just a bit, I think. Oh, thank you. It's my Viking helmet. I haven't painted it yet. So it's just the Plastidip. Well, we may not do the main rearrange part live just because I don't get a whole lot of work done when we're live streaming. But we're definitely, we might do, I'm going to get before and after, and we might do like some video and stuff of it. So, oh, thanks Athena. But, oh, I can't wait to organize my craft room because like, look at this mess. Ugh, don't look at that. It's embarrassing. Corinne says, hey Yvonne, can you give me a sneak peek of my binder cover? Yes. Give me just a sec. So the binder cover, Corinne, I'm so sorry it's not done yet, but I did not want to rush the lace job, and I accidentally brought my brown lace with me this past weekend. But this is how it's come out, and it's upside down. This is it so far. All I have left to do is the lacing around the edges. I'm going to try to get that done before this weekend. Oh, I'm in love with how this came out. All the colors and stuff. Good looking helmet. Glad to see there's no horns. Right on. Well, I don't have to put horns on everything. So, I know, and Corinne's been so patient with me. And it's like, oh. Sorry, that Nightbot's weird. Thank you. Lizzie, this one was a custom piece. And it was like $350. And so I can do much simpler pieces for a lot less. They would start at probably around 100 though. Just because it uses quite a big solid piece of leather. So to be able to get this big of a leather that's all tooling quality is pretty expensive. Linda says, your area looks better than mine. I was in the hospital and my son thought he was doing me a favor and rearranged everything. Oh no. Hey, Jamie. Jamie says, I love your work, especially your dragon eyes. Well, thank you. I can get over it. It looks so good. Oh my god, Corinne. Thank you so much. Like, I want to make something else, like, for you, but I don't want to have to wait to ship it. So I might ship you this and then make something else for you, since you waited so patiently. The Vikings do not have horns on their helmets. That was, I mean, I love your horns for your cosplay. Oh, right on. Yeah, I don't really tread in historically accurate territory a whole lot. But I do try to, not everybody wants horns on their costume, you know. So, where did the whole horns on the Viking helmet thing come from then? Hey, Randy. That's Randy in the background right there. He's very nice. Have you ever made a full leather book? I mostly have made only the binder covers because like with this one you can see whenever it's laced, it'll be to where you just like slide the binder in and then it's like a slip cover. Rick asks, did you guys go to SpaCon as vendors? We did. They did not have us in as guests, even though I pestered them. And we had a pretty good time. It was a fairly prosperous weekend. We're just, so exhausted. Never enough sleep at a convention.
Yeah.
We
did go to the pool, though.
Thanks, I don't have money yet, but I start my job in 2 weeks, May next month. I would love to buy something from you. Right on, Lizzie. Well, right now, we're closed on custom work. And I know I keep saying that, and then we go to conventions, and I take more custom work. But it's in November, I should be caught up. What did you say, honey?
I said we did go to the pool, though.
We did go to the... Oh, my God. We went and we sat in the hot tub at SpaCon, you guys, and it was amazing. Hey, Allison. How's it going? Julie says, you're a great teacher, very clear and encouraging for us newbies. Well, I'm really glad. Has Randy healed from the beating Vaughn gave him? No, his neck's still all messed up.
A lot better. But...
It's better, but it's still, he's not fully himself yet. I think we actually need like a new bed. This mattress, because both of us are waking up like, well, Fern asks, do you ever do any shows in Florida? We used to, but we haven't done any in a long time. And it's just because it's such a long drive for us now. Like such a long drive. Can I ask you one more favor, Randy?
Mm-hmm.
My coffee's over there on the leather table. Would you bring it to me so I can put it in my body? When I was younger.
The one in the bowl?
Yes. So we're excited, though, to go up to Archon this weekend up in... Ooh, Pat asked, do you ever get to Minnesota? We haven't, but we'd like to. Hey, Diona. You are so right, Sparkies. Cheers, everybody. But Archon is in the St. Louis area. It's actually in Collinsville, Illinois, in the Collinsville Convention Center. And it is such a good... convention. Like, we love it. It's so much fun. And our good friend Lauren with LaRue Cosplay will be there again. Asmith from Hidden Thicket was going to be there, and then his car caught on fire, and we have too many people in the van the way it is, so we're not going to be able to, like,
he's fine.
Go and pick him up. Do what?
He's fine, though.
Yeah, he's fine. Fortunately, he is okay. It is, he was in a Walmart getting some snacks, and he came back outside, and his car was on fire. So, everybody cross your fingers for Asmith. Hey, Dragonfly, thank you. I'm really proud of it. I'm really glad we made it back safe, too. We were sleepy. Yep, that's exactly where it is, Sparkies. Are you going to be there? Because I'm going to be teaching classes. So, if y'all go and attend Archon, You'll have to look at their website to see which days and what time. And I got one of her tribal armor. I recommended that you check them out. Ah, Allison, you're making me blush. Kristen said, I know, right? La la. I got the rose quartz from Amazon yesterday. Right on, Kristen. Greenville, South Carolina does a small Comic-Con once a year. I think he would do good there. Right on. We actually really liked going out to the Carolinas. It's beautiful out that way. But since we don't live in Tennessee anymore, it's kind of such a long way to drive. Wait, you're coming to Illinois? I live there. Could you tell me more about, is it Archon? Yeah, it's spelled A-R-C-H-O-N. Right?
I think so.
Like Arc in St. Louis. And got the crown. Right? I wish. I haven't been to Archon in about 10 years. Yeah, y'all should come. It's surprisingly affordable to go to. But if you guys come, do it.
Good luck finding a hotel room.
Yeah, good luck finding a hotel room within like 3 to 5 miles of the actual convention. But all of the classes that I'm teaching there, you guys, are free. So the tools and materials are provided thanks to our patrons, our very generous and patient patrons on Patreon. And whatever you make, you get to keep and take with you. So it's kind of a fun way to, if you're not getting the hang of joining Half Persian 3-in-1, come on down and I will teach you how to do it. Like, if I have to hold your hands with your hands holding the pliers to help you do this. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday show. I'm not entirely... This is how bad of a professional I am. I'm not sure which days my panels are on. Like, I need to figure that out. But it should have it posted on their convention website. Wow, that's a bad way for your day, finding your car on fire. Right, Pat? Used to live in Belleville. Right on. Well, you got a lot of folks living in Archon. Fussy says, I bet you are such a good teacher. I get overwhelmed really easily when I'm in class, because here on YouTube, it's just me and you. Like, and we can focus on every excruciating detail. But sometimes we'll do classes and, you know, some folks will be way more demanding of attention and time than other ones will, so I might not be able to get to everybody.
I'm not sure if Azimuth actually got his car from a dealership or not.
Right on. Yeah, we don't know if Azimuth got his car from a dealership or not. You guys helped me pick my cosplay at SpotCon. Yay, Allison, I'm so excited for you. You are sweet, though, so I know you are good. I try my best, Fussy, and that's the best I can do. And that's what I was going to say, is that if you guys don't get the hang of it in the panel, you can always swing by the booth and talk to us more there. I wish I didn't live 7 hours away, right? I miss some of the fall festivals and community yard sales in Southern Illinois. It's a beautiful area up there. Love to go, but way too far from the UK. Right, Russ? Well, it's a hope of ours that one day, like, we'll get to actually do a UK tour. Just not this year. I need to get my act together. Like, y'all, I actually ended up, I took down the rings off of our website. There are still rings for sale. It's the ones that I linked to through my Amazon stuff. But my personal rings that Randy and I coil and cut now will only be going to our patrons. And that way, because, like, we haven't been able to make more inventory because every time, like, we'll get a new spool of wire in, which it takes like 2 to 3 weeks for wire to show up. We'll get the whole, 20 pounds of wire coiled and cut and then sell it all in like 2 weeks so we don't have any left over to make inventory. So it's like, happy birthday, Nicole. Nicole says, so I'm 29 today and spending it watching this live stream and making Dragon Eyes. Best birthday ever. That's really cool. Happy birthday. Katik asks, how is your new signage working? Fantastically. I'm going to do some like painting and scroll work on it. Like, Annette left a whole bunch of open space for me to be able to customize it to make it match our other 2 signs. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do that before Archon. Captain says, you do understand 29 is your last birthday, right? Hey, Hannah, I'm doing really well. Well, it's because you get to celebrate your 29th birthday for the rest of your life. Yeah, I don't think Captain was, like, making threats to your life. No, it's... Liz says, do you go to conventions in Ohio? Liz, I sure do try. We've been applying to OhioCon in Columbus, Ohio in January for, like, years. Because we did that convention for 2 years in a row, and it was one of our best conventions of the year. And it was so much fun. I actually got to see some of my old friends from high school who were there because I used to, well, I knew them from middle school, but anyways. And so it's just, but we haven't been able to get back in. So we're trying to see if we can maybe go just as attendees to teach panels at OhioCon this year. I will definitely keep you all posted. What about Pittsburgh? You guys come down this way at all? Not yet, Diane. And that's something, the big thing is that in years past, we would do anywhere from like 24 to 30 some odd conventions a year. But now we kind of do, we can only really manage like 1, sometimes 2, but that really like wrecks us.
There's a question on if we can do a tutorial on popsicle skull earrings.
I have no idea what a popsicle skull earring is. But I'll look it up and see what we can do. I love making tutorials for you guys. So wondering if you knew how to make any kind of puzzle rings. Just wondering. I know you said you couldn't sell right now. I can try my hand at it. Try to figure something out. Making a puzzle ring. I love watching your videos when I catch you. You're a real artist. Very skilled. Well, thank you, Fussy. But yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to keep doing 2 conventions a month. That's been super hard. Like these past like probably 3 months since Dragon. I don't even know what month it is, but August, September, October have been the hardest months for us because it's like we had 2 conventions in July and that went okay. Like we were like, okay, that was fun, that was good. Tried to stay on top of videos, and then in August we were prepping for Dragon, and that was really hard. And then we still have not recovered from Dragon yet. Oh, Captain, we are hiring somebody. We're hiring Asmith to move in, and then we brought Lauren in as well. But it's just a matter of we got so behind that we're finally starting to get caught up. But what happened is over the past year, I've been adding more and more and more, and things have been growing exponentially, which has been fantastic. You know, y'all have been so generous.
It said it's not October yet.
Is it not October yet?
Not yet.
Are you kidding me?
Still
Holy crap, I thought it was a... I'm not stressed out at all.
You sure?
No, I'm pretty stressed out. What is going on in my life? Okay, yeah. We're almost there. I can make it to October. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not crying, you're crying. Oh my god. Yeah, things have been going super good. I legitimately thought it was October. No, we can't even make it to any of the pagan prides, and I love going to those. More coffee. Just dump coffee down my body. Well, into my... Never mind. It's the 27th here. Dorothy's from the future.
How does that work?
Time zones or witchcraft or something. Randy says, funnel stat. Or Captain says. But no, okay. So yeah, so October is just preemptively rough, but we'll get it together. Fortunately, we do have a couple of weeks where we're, like, our only event is the Maple Leaf Festival here in Carthage. So Jessica says, I've been trying to learn to wrap, but I've been using the beading wire from Walmart because I'm broke, but it turns colors, sadly. Right on. And that's something that you can still make pieces, just design them around knowing that the wire will oxidize and turn different colors. So, but those same techniques will start to kind of translate over. I find that they're really great for earrings, not for the ear hooks, but just for doing the wire wrapping, since it doesn't really come into direct contact with anything. Derpy says, what is your favorite holiday? Mine is Christmas. And one reason, like, they wrote it like that. It's not just me saying it funny. And one reason it's my favorite is because of hot cocoa season. Woo! Mine's probably Thanksgiving, honestly, because it's like, it's all of the great decorations from Halloween and all of the great food from Christmas. But no ice storms yet. So, are you going to Pagan Pride this weekend? I will not be at Pagan Pride this weekend. Halloween, Turkey Day too. Thanks, Vaughn. I love your work. Halloween, Christmas. Do you ever have trouble getting inspiration on what to create? That's a really good question, Liz. Honestly, most of the time I have... It's not a matter of getting the inspiration on what to create. It's just focusing it in on one thing to be like, okay, I'm going to make this. Because I keep, a journal of all the different designs. We're constantly getting inspiring requests from y'all here on YouTube and on Facebook and stuff. Randy's always coming up with really good ideas. It's just like, I need one of Hermione's time turners so I can actually get some sleep. Do you have a favorite medium to work with, or do you prefer to mix mediums? I really like the mixed medium, like hybrid pieces, because it's like, just like with painting, sometimes watercolors is way more appropriate than colored pencils, is way more appropriate than acrylics. Sometimes in costume design, leather's way more appropriate than foam, which might be way more appropriate than fabric. It's just like everything has its purpose, and it's things that, it's moments to shine. And so, if I'm glad that I didn't stick to just wire wrapping. Like, I'm really glad I threw some chainmail in there too, because I really like the chainmail wire wrapping hybrids. And then I'm really glad I learned how to sculpt polymer clay, because now I can make my own beads to use my wire wrapping and then frame it in chainmail, or just, and then with leather working, you can back all of it in leather for all y'all folks like me who are allergic to metal. I want to make a leather-bound book, but I don't know what kind of leather to make it out of. Well, River, I'm actually going to be part of what's been taking me a little longer by like way lots than what I wanted to on this binder this binder cover is I've been shooting a tutorial about it. And so that way, we talk a little bit in that tutorial about what different kinds of leathers to use, because you could use just a regular garment or upholstery leather, but it wouldn't tool as well, but it would still make a very nice book cover. Have you ever made a wire wrap dragon head pendant? I sent a pic of one to you on Facebook that I would love to have you do a tutorial on. I'll check that out. I haven't checked my Facebook in like a week, you guys. It's completely overloaded with messages, so I like shut down and I'm like, I've got to get stuff made. I can get my life together after Archon. I want to start wire wrapping more, but my nail broke today and I'm still recovering from that. Oh no. I've actually found that if you can put an acrylic nail onto your finger and just kind of use that a little bit as a tool, or the bamboo cuticle pushers. Oh, right. And Derby says, and by recover, I mean emotionally recover from breaking my nail. That's fair. What are gorilla tips? I've never heard of that. Thanks for all the birthday wishes, guys. I was going to say thank you earlier, but my brother called and so I didn't get it posted. Would it be fun to do a live where you start a project and we tell you what to do? Like you're painting and telling you what colors to use and such. That would be a lot of fun. We'd have to figure out a way to like do polls simultaneously so we could get like some of the main options and then like be able to accurately like vote, if that makes sense. Captain asks, have you ever considered teaching at a university? I have. There was an opportunity that came up about this time last year, whenever I started teaching at the Tandy Leather in Springfield. And there's the fashion department of the University of Missouri was having some of the Tandy Leather folks come in to talk about leatherworking. And Tim, the manager there, was like, hey, do you want to come do this, considering you've been designing costumes for like a decade? And I was like, yes, except for they're going to make me wear real clothes and my schedule isn't lining up. So, but I would love to, given the opportunity and that they let me come in just wearing this and leggings. I'm not a very like professional looking person. So yeah, a tenured professor. I would love that, actually. Maybe whenever, I don't know what the future holds. So maybe one day. Hey, Tian.
Little condoms for your fingertips.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. Gorilla tips are a little thing you can put over. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't wear bras. And, I don't wear, apparently, they don't want you to have, 12 inches of cleavage hanging out. And, y'all know me. You know how I dress. I'm not appropriate for an office environment.
Someone says, I don't know your channel.
Do what? Yeah, if you're new to my channel, this is basically what I wear, all the time. Sometimes I wear, a little cosplay leather vest. And then, leggings. This is me. Anita says, hey, Vaughn, on one of your live views where you're asking for some ideas about space for your room when you guys redo your space, have you ever thought about having build-in? What's build-in? Bras are torture, Lisa. And they're expensive, and I don't like wearing them. It depends on the office, right? How did you start building your inventory? I find it hard to get ahead, mostly crochet, but branching off. I would like to make my endeavor into a great small business. Just making, we'll take something like bracelets, and then we'll make a ton of bracelets, because, well, the first couple of shows, probably for the first year, your inventory is going to be pretty imbalanced. But if you make a whole bunch of the bracelets, as they start to sell off and stuff, you'll, make more necklaces, make more, and that's just for jewelry, but it's focus on a thing. Whenever we were doing crocheted bags, I took one design of crocheted, shoulder bag that we were doing, and I did it in, 12 different colors. And then I was like, okay, that's pretty good. And then I did another design, and I made 10 or 15 of that one in a bunch of different colors and some size variances and with different ornamentation on it. But that way, while you have the materials on hand, while you have that pattern, fresh in your mind, to just make a crap ton out of it. Hey, Mikio.
They'd like to start their business back up. Any tips?
I would like to start my business back up. It's just taking that first step. Are you going to go to conventions or craft shows? Are you looking for online sales? Okay, I think I got caught up. Over the course of Halloween last year, and she was freaking out about it. Said she was too tight and that she couldn't breathe, but it wasn't tightened at all and it couldn't still move right on. Did I miss much? Not too much. We're having fun. Once upon a time in the 60s, we burned bras. I'm not going to support the bra industry enough to buy them to burn them. But a lot of it depends on kind of the venue that you want to sell in. But it's like, it's just a matter of registering for a show or an event, and just beefing up inventory for it, and then kind of spamming it across social media to let your fan base know that you're going to be there. I just know you both are going to get super successful. It's a sure thing, in my honest opinion. Thank you so much, Captain, because right now I feel kind of like I'm drowning. Like, it's like, oh, this is awesome, but I need to, like, find a work-life balance so that I can persevere. But this time of year is always like that. Hire people's stat, right? Well, Azimuth's car exploded. He was supposed to, well, didn't explode, just combusted. Go on a honeymoon, right? No time for that now, though. Not right this minute. Do you know what you will be teaching in Memphis? Is it something I know I'd be glad to pitch in if I make it there? Probably like chainmail. At least, like, definitely chainmail and wire wrapping. Yeah, but I'm not specifically sure about which weave I'm going to be teaching because I base that off the people who come attend. Oh, I should have figured you were live streaming. Oh, was I not answering your messages, Azimuth? But sorry, guys. Azimuth beat you to it. Azimuth will be our employee living as an underpaid indentured servant. Oh, it's the neighbor's car. Hey, Zebedee. It can be stressful when your art is your work, as fun as it is at the same time. And that's true. But, like, a lot of it is just, like, I'm just tired. I started the Body Boss program. I did, like, a bunch of stretches yesterday. I'm way out of shape. But I'm taking steps in the right direction. We're getting back on track with that. We're finally almost caught up we're caught up on the online sales. We took the rings down off of the website. Now I'm getting caught up on the custom orders. It's like we're taking steps in the right direction, and that's what it takes. And I really appreciate everybody being so patient. But I cannot wait for Azimuth to move his beautiful butt into this house so he can help us. Because, like, pretty much, right? And then Randy's he's been so patient. Mm-hmm. Azimuth says I'll start walking now. You might get here by the time we get back from Archon. So what project is Randy working on? Randy is working diligently on custom work while I lollygag and hang out with you guys. Which this is actually, I feel a lot better talking to you guys. Because I felt like I have not been up, like, I need to up my A game on my videos. Y'all have been super patient with me putting out these, like, kind of half-assed, like, scatterbrained, look at the foam videos I've been putting out for the past like 3 weeks, but I've got a ton of wire wrapping stuff that we need to do, and so there will be hopefully better quality videos coming out before hell freezes over, mostly. Stuffy says I love the live streams. Well, yeah, go get your coffee, Derpy. We got 30 more minutes. Oh no, Patricia, if you can hear me, refresh your page. Where would I get chainmail wire? I saw your video for you turning it on a rod, but couldn't understand what place you got it at. I get my spools of wire from the Ring Lord, but here lately, I think I'm going to search for a different supplier because part of what was keeping us so hung up on our online orders is they're like back ordered on the size that I needed, and then the last size that I got from them, our 18 gauge, is like, I guess it was dead soft, and usually I get like full hard from them. So I'm very dissatisfied. Like, I've had to refund some orders and ship off, fresh rings. Well, I haven't been able to ship off the fresh rings yet because they haven't sent me the proper wire, but it's like, I'm like, come on guys, don't do this to me. And so, but typically that's who I get my stuff from. I would love to meet you. By the way, I have a friend that is selling my items at her store. I can't wait to see how they do. Are you caught up with Patreons? Tanya, I'm not caught up. Well, I told everybody on Patreon for the $10 and up, the people who get stuff monthly, that I wasn't shipping anything out in September. October's packages are going to be doubled. So, which is very good. Since I'm not good at keeping track of things, everybody's getting a double shipment, whether it's your first month of being a patron or not, because I don't know who, it's just going to be easier for me to do that than to go through and, cipher through. Coffee break. Oh, Fussy says, you're real in your vids, that's why we like them. Well, thank you, you guys. Why was I being congratulated? I missed something. Because you get to be our slave, Asmith. Isn't that exciting? No, Asmith's probably going to come in here and be all dominatrix on us or something and be like, clean your house, answer your emails, wash your dishes, exercise, and help us get our life in order. I don't deserve recognition of my day yesterday, right? You're still alive. I just ordered a sewing machine today. Would you do more tutorials on pattern making when you can? I know you're super busy. I'm actually wrong, Ray. My fiance is CT. Right on. I will definitely do more sewing tutorials and stuff because I need to. And I also have a lot of sewing to do. So that's good. You get a double too, Mikio. Coffee while my phone snaps out of whatever it's doing. Oh, well, yeah, I guess not everyone can manage being alive. I'm kind of a big deal. You're totally a big deal, Asmith. River says, I want to be a patron, but I had no money. I really appreciate even you just enjoying my videos, River. That's the most I can ask of anybody, is to just keep enjoying my videos. If you want to support what we're doing, but don't want to become a patron or don't really have a whole lot of resources, save your money and buy your beads and do what you need to do. But like and share our videos and just keep enjoying yourself. You do you.
Says he still has a whip in his car, so we're not safe.
Hey Yvonne, how did you decide to start live streaming, and how did you get people to start joining? I posted a few tutorials now, and I'm thinking of trying live stream, but I worry it will flop. I don't know. I waited until we had over.
A great way to view it as not a flop is that when you're done live streaming, it's still a video.
Yeah, it's even if nobody comes in and joins your live stream, you can still sit there and basically just talk to yourself and create content because after the live stream's over, you still have another video up. So it's just set your goal for the live stream, not based on how many people attend or how many people comment, but what do you want to talk about in that live stream, and then talk about it and do it. And I don't know, we waited until we had about 10 or 15,000 subscribers before doing our first live stream. I think that's if I'm remembering correctly. And so our first live stream, we had 100 people in there. So it was very overwhelmingly successful right from the get-go. But also I talk nonstop, you guys. It's so even if it were just me alone in here, I'd be just being dorky up in the camera. So it's meh. Oh, the peacock outfit sold. Heather is gone. It's off to its new home. Oh, God.
What?
Because she's peacock outfit. I'm so eager to see it. And I'm I sold it.
You got pictures, though.
I did get pictures. I'll be posting onto my Instagram, again, hopefully before, hell freezes over. Hey, Rachel, we're doing really well. Bon, I didn't know how to send you a picture here, so I sent it to you on Facebook. I know you don't check it often. Sorry, Anita. Yeah, I'm hoping that this weekend at Archon, I'll have a minute to, sit down, because I won't be making anything. I won't be shooting any videos. I won't be live streaming. I'll just sit down and be able to actually answer my messages, so please keep being patient with me. Can I make the yarn fur on fabric or felt like you did on the leather? You'd want to go with a very durable, a duck cotton might work. Actually, Shelly, something that somebody was telling me worked out pretty well is the latch hook fabric. That kind of wide mesh works out pretty well. You guys are fun together. Only ones I watch. Right on, Fuzzy. You are natural. Vaughn, would there be a way to put a crystal at the tip of the feathered part of the wire angel wing you made? Yeah. Wait, an undrilled or a drilled stone? Wow. What is your Instagram handle? My Instagram handle is at back_2_earth_creation. So it's Back to Earth Creations, but all the spaces are underscores. So, troll alert. Can Randy be milked up? I'd love to hear him. Oh, mic'd up. Mic'd. Oh, we can milk him if you want to. I don't know how successful it'll be. Randy says you can't. It's physically impossible. It's Alex. Challenge accepted. Also, marketing strategies. Do you have any suggestions and tips? I'm slowly working to build a following as I build inventory. Any advice is welcomed. Nicole, probably the best thing I could advise is persistence and consistency. Like, keep it up. Just, even if you feel like you're not getting any kind of results, just keep doing it. And try to do it, like, consistently. Like, I try to post daily. I at least successfully post daily here on YouTube, but daily online on my social media, is hit and miss. But I at least try to post like a couple times a week. I'm not consistent about my content, which I'm sure hinders more than helps, but it makes me happy. Like, I just want to share whatever it is that I'm doing with you guys, and I don't really do a whole lot of consistent stuff. So there's that. Where can I find those bracelet bases, like your Dragon Eye one? Michael's, they're the hidden objects or found objects section in Michael's. La 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 la. Okay, Linda says a drilled stone on the wing. Yeah, I'd just kind of wire wrap it on. As long as it doesn't fall off and it looks the way that you want to, go for it. Do you like your coffee sweet enough to kill a man or black as night? I like my coffee the way I like my men. Roasted and steeped in boiling water. But also with a lot of creamer. Love watching and hearing you two while I edit a video. Right on, Crafty Mom. Okay, I gotta get caught up. Avon, is there a way to ship me to Carthage? If you can, like, package it the way that you would, like, baby chicks, I'm sure they could ship you to Carthage. Are you allowed to ship? Is that human trafficking?
I think that might be human trafficking.
If you just mail yourself places? Probably cheaper than flying. Yvonne, have you used layer feed on your chickens? Watch another video trying to catch up. I do actually use layer crumbles, and I'm thinking about mixing in Mana Pro, to try to help, right. That's where I'm at the moment. I'm persistent and consistent, but nothing yet. I'm just saying positive and continuing. Don't be afraid to try new things, too. If your marketing strategy just isn't, you feel like it isn't really working, try something try something new. I'm working on a portal gun right now, but the math isn't working out. You're such a mad scientist, Asmith. What's your main craft store or stores? Probably Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Joann's, but also, AliExpress and Amazon and eBay and Fire Mountain Jet, I don't know, and Tandy Leather. I give all of my money to other people so I can have more beads. Right? Oh, and I'm all caught up. Cassie says, I like coffee like I like my men. Too hot and sweet. Yep. Oh, I wouldn't be consistent with content, LOL. I'm one of those everything crafters, and as I burn out on one form of art, I move to the next till I'm ready to go back. I think that's my favorite way of going about it, because it's like sometimes my hands just hurt from wire wrapping, you know, and so I go and I do something else until they stop hurting. So sorry, Vaughn, I had a knock on the door and missed if you answered my question about if you had done a wire wrap dragon's head pendant. I haven't done a dragon's head pendant yet, but I'd really like to. I guess I need an Instagram, so I'm going to head out and clean. Now, something with Instagram, true, is that you can post to Instagram and have it post simultaneously to Facebook. So 2 birds with 1 stone. So there is that. And I'm very, like, visual. And so I really like that I can just, like, search stuff on Instagram and it'll just show me pictures of it. And so I love, like, that's what I do when I'm making potty, is I just go to Instagram and I scroll through pictures. If your polymer clay pieces end up on the thicker side, do you up the temp in the oven or leave it in longer? I just leave it in longer, Kate. I do this weird thing with my coffee where I slurp it really loud out of the spoon when it's hot and I forget that there's people around me. You do you, derpy. And you can have Facebook post to Twitter, too. See, I need to make a Twitter, I guess. Like, I don't really know what Twitter is, like, still. I get tweeting. Instagram to Facebook is one of my new favorite things. I'm trying so hard to get my Instagram to link to my Facebook business page, but I can't remember my Instagram password. And I can't figure out how to change my Instagram password because you need your old Instagram password to put in your new one. And I'm like, crap. So I don't have Instagram, so I'll have to keep an eye on your Facebook page. Right on. No, lots of cats on Instagram, right? Oh, so many cats. Shame, voting, shame.
I made an Instagram for my cat.
Oh, right on. They make laying feed. Maybe you should try some on your chickens. I do, and I don't know if it was the heat that was bothering them. I think something might actually be getting into the cage and eating the eggs. I don't really know. But also, 3 of my chickens might just be too old. Well, 2 of them might just be too old, and the other 4 might just still be too young. So we'll see. My clock just fell, and I almost did a spit take. How did you guys ever get to the Long Island icon? We don't. That would be super cool, though. We've never gone that far up north and east. Vaughn, can you contact them to get your old password? I did. Oh, right on. Vaughn, if you can't remember your password, you can reset it using your email address. I don't know what email address that I used to set up my Instagram because I'm just bad at this. I just physically share my Instagram post to Facebook, and on Facebook I physically share in my groups or pages. Right on. And I know, but if I could shave out the 3 minutes that it takes to post the same post to my business page as what I just did to my Instagram, that'd make me so happy. Because that's 3 minutes that I could be staring out the window or doing something that's not my face in the phone. Any advice about using air dry clay? I don't know, Linda. I don't really use it a whole lot because in my experience it cracked a whole lot. And it's I'd rather be able to use it with something to, that I can bake. And also because I make a lot of my pieces to be able to go outside. Joan says, just create a new account. I would, but we're up to 800 some odd followers on Instagram. And I'd really hate to lose the momentum that we're accumulating over there. So it's I don't know. And then we've got 5,000 almost 5,000 Facebook likes on our business page. So it's oh, Shelly says, how do you go about bypassing copyrighted things? I would love to make plushies of characters, but I wouldn't want to get in trouble. Well, a lot of it also is whenever you get in trouble for copyright, they send you a cease and desist first. As far as I understand it, I'm not a lawyer, nor am I particularly experienced in actually getting caught anytime that I make something that's technically copyright infringement. Mostly replicating stuff from video games or, all the fan art stuff that us fan artists like to do. And so it's the odds of you getting caught are actually pretty low. Unless you mess with the mouse, don't do a whole lot of Disney stuff. But also, as far as I understand it, too, if I create something that's like Lilo and Stitch, it's one of my favorite Disney movies. If I created, Stitch holding a pineapple or something as a plushie or as a polymer clay figure, that's technically fan art, especially since it's handmade and I'm not having a factory mass produce it. And so, because as far as I'm aware, Disney does not have a Stitch holding a pineapple doll or figure or, something like that. So again, the odds of you actually getting in trouble for it are so monumentally, we've been doing this for 10 years and we have never once gotten in trouble. Now, granted, we also don't do a whole lot of specifically replicated things, but the only time I've gotten in trouble with copyright infringement is on my steampunk ring tutorial because somebody who makes a steampunk ring had copyrighted the phrase steampunk ring. And so I had to change the name of the tutorial. That was it. What do you seal your fairy houses with to make them able to go outside? The polymer clay is super durable and resilient, so it doesn't have to be sealed, but I do use PIM, Preserve Your Memories too. Right on. What's Travis saying? Do you use different clays depending on the desired result? Also, does the heat and humidity affect your clays? That one is better in July than in December. I just use Primo Sculpey clay all year round. It seems to work out pretty well. Maybe you can merge 2 accounts. And Travis says, by the way, I'm an attorney. There are companies whose entire business is to search for copyright infringement and piracy. And there are. And so, just name it, as instead of calling it Stitch holding a pineapple, it'd be cute alien holding fruit or, something to where, I don't know, it kind of fly under the radar a little bit. And if you're really worried about it, just don't do it because it is technically illegal, but you're not going to go to jail immediately or be fined immediately. They send you a cease and desist, and then if you don't stop, then they pursue it. So, all right on. That'd be great, Marcy. Marcy says, I know a great kids book artist who has a good fan art breakdown. I can grab that video for you if you want. He goes over the different levels. Right on. There's also the fact that most people are fine with people making original fan art and sell it. It happens all the time, and if an artist puts a different spin on it, it's technically not the same. Where do you buy your PIM at? Polymerclayplay.com is where I get my PIM from. Yep, been there, done that, and blogged about it. LOL, but it was so easy. What do you think was your proudest moment while starting crafting? Whenever Randy was able to quit his job and we were able to go at it full time and keep our bills paid. Like, so it was, you know, like, we did this. You know, we're doing this. This is happening. This is hard, but we're doing it. And, you know, so that's been pretty cool. Cheyenne asks, what did you think of school? Your parents are probably going to be mad at me, anybody who's still in school who's watching this, but I hated high school more than anything. It was like being trapped in a daycare. And it was like, some of the classes had teachers who were actually teaching, but for the most part, it was garbage, and I hated every minute of it. I loved band because I felt like I was actually learning something. I felt like I was actually doing something. But the rest of it felt like busy work that was there to, not to teach you how to think, but to teach you what to think. And to scold you for whenever you deviate, for whenever you draw outside of the lines. And it's just like, oh, I didn't like high school. And I'm grateful every day that I don't have to get up and ride a bus to go sit trapped in a classroom all day. I don't do well in that kind of environment. Teach you to memorize what they want you to. Yeah. You cannot sell crochet patterns of some things, but you can give them away under another or a new name. Can't make money from it. Right on. Our high school was a reminder of a prison. Always fights. Teachers hated us. It was just horrible. I left to care for a grandmother. Right on. Middle school sucked. You talk about your house. You guys have been able to buy your place working as a crafter. We're actually taking care of my mom's house. This place is supposed to be inherited, but we'll see how it goes because nothing paperwork has happened yet. But we were very fortunate to be able to inherit a home. But we are saving up. Our biggest thing keeping us from buying our own property right now is this mushroom cloud of student loan debt. That Randy's actually completely out of debt. It's very nice. Well, except for we still owe a bit on the van, but we're hoping by the end of the year, if I can stop buying so much stuff, we'll have the van paid off. Hey, Michaela from France. Yeah, at least you met Randy, so it wasn't all bad. That's true. That's very true. I made some of my best friends in high school, and there were a lot of very good things, but as far as school in general, like, but I'm also very, like, being very dyslexic, I learn better on my own most of the time than I do from teachers in a classroom environment because I just don't learn the way that other students seem to learn, apparently. I think some schools are stupid these days because some teachers can make you feel trapped, and if you have the wrong students, they can also make you feel trapped, right? Wonderful. I'm happy for you. I can't wait to see you redo your craft room. Right? Oh my God. And now that I know how I want to redesign it, I'm like, I'm redesigning it, and Randy's like, after Archon. But he did let me get more drawers. Because, like, so much of the problem what's going on with the room right now is, like, we purchased a whole bunch of, like, this product that we're using. And it's like we don't have anywhere to put it. There's no... So it's just clutter, building clutter on top of clutter. And it's not just stuff that we can just throw away. Because it's like we bought this to make a thing out of it. So it's hard. Hello, Pearl. Oh, no. River's phone is dying. Bye, River. Well, we only have like 10 more minutes in here anyway, so y'all keep the questions coming. I've really been enjoying this like intensive Q&A that we've been having. I was homeschooled for a few years in elementary and middle school, Nicole, and I think that's why I hated high school so much, is because I was like, I can just read this and do the, like, and be done. Why are you making me do busy work? This, so sorry. Yeah, so I'll get off that soapbox now. Do you sell at places like the Ren Fair where you have a booth for 8 or 10 weekends in the summer? We do not, Maria. A lot of folks have a lot of success with that. Randy and I do not. Because it takes such a huge time commitment. A lot of folks are like, they want you to build a building at their Ren Fair, and it's like, it's too much of a commitment for Randy and I whenever, you know, we can just, you know, hop around from show to show once or twice a month. So, but again, what works best for Randy and I might not be what works best for you. So try everything. When are you redoing the craft room? Cheyenne asks. As soon as humanly possible. I'm done with this craft room. Like, Randy just sighed great big. So I'll wait till the end of November, which I guess will be as soon as humanly possible. They said. Oh, well, thanks you, Pearl. Hey, Vaughn. There is... Vaughn, they're lifesaver, and you don't have to worry about space. I wish I could send you a picture in here. All good. You can look at it on YouTube. Right on. I wish we had homeschooling here. My son hated school from the first to the last day. For him, it was a struggle. My heart, your soapbox. Right on. Oh, the built-in. Start in that closet, right? One of the only good things about high school for me was band, and I met a boyfriend. We've been friends for 15 years and decided to take things to the next level since he's been groveling over me. Right on, Karen. Well, congratulations. Best friends make the best boyfriends, I think. Hey, Vaughn, what are your goal for the next year? To lose 10 pounds and keep it off. Because I'm going to eat myself into an early grave if I do not start doing that. I would like to be able to do a full pull-up, but we'll see how that goes. These are my goals for the next year. To catch up and stay caught up on custom work. To redo the craft room. And just keep trying my best. Like, I think that's all I can do. Like, I don't know. I'd like to get to where, I don't know, because like I could say stuff like, oh, well, 10,000 likes on Facebook and, you know, well, this much a month in sales. And it's like, but I have no idea where the future is going to take us. So I want to watch out for Randy and I's health and our well-being and just keep rolling with the punches. Like, that's my goal, is to successfully roll with the punches for the next year and to pay the van off. So, but that'll happen hopefully in the next couple of months. So that's Randy's Christmas present, is we are paying that van off and then maybe buying a new one. So, because we need a bigger van. Oh God, I keep stressing him out, you guys. I don't know if you can hear him when he sighs like that, but I can feel myself giving him gray hair. Please say something.
I will work harder.
He's over there going, I will work harder. Like Boxer from Animal Farm. Bless this man's heart. If y'all like Randy and want to help him not be so miserable all the time because I make this stuff hard on him, go check him out on Patreon or subscribe to his channel. He does really good, like, gaming videos and movie reviews and different things like that. Mikio really liked the Fight Club review. Right on. Thanks, Mikio. Oh, no. What was Anne's question? My favorite candy?
That was a question. I don't know.
Oh. You keep missing my question. Did you receive my rock parcel? I haven't yet, but we were gone all weekend and we still haven't checked the post office. So I'll try to go and
No, we didn't get the spider, but it's not there anymore.
Uh-oh. Oh God, it's creepy. No, okay, no, there was it was just a garden spider. So I was just gonna leave it. Hey Randy, do you want to post a comment? They're asking what your YouTube channel is. He's Randy Vaughn. He's gonna post something. He's Randy Vaughn on YouTube. I love your crafts. Where do you get your inspiration? Hey Azza, I get a lot of inspiration from like fantasy and medieval like artwork and just the aesthetics and stuff, like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, a lot of video games and fandoms and different things. Yeah. No, it's like I love spiders whenever they stay outside. But we do have a couple of jumping spiders that live in our houseplants, but they eat other bugs. Favorite hard candy are Werther's, because my dad would eat those. Someone asked about a list of events. So far I have until June planned
For next year.
for 2018.
Because our current list of events is for last year.
Yeah, our current list of events on our website was for like 2016 because I'm really bad. But Thank you guys so much for subscribing to Randy. He really is my favorite person, and if it weren't for him, none of this what we do at Back to Earth Creations could have worked. So are you coming to Phoenix? I don't know yet. That might be because we have our vending events scheduled up until June. We're going to try to go and attend one event a month we're not going to have a booth, but we're going to go and we're going to teach panels, and we're going to attend and dress up in costume and walk around and hang out and just have a good old time, because it's too much energy sap to do. Like, even just vending, we were exhausted, and that's with having 2 additional people helping in the booth. We're dead on our feet, you guys. Pearl says, I like you. Your voice relaxes. Right on. What are your thoughts on interracial dating? I think race is a very superficial thing and doesn't really matter. It's more of the difficulties that are faced with whenever cultures clash. That can be an obstacle for a couple to overcome and for their families to overcome, but there's obstacles and difficulties in every relationship. But I don't think the skin color matters, not a single bit. Because as a Caucasian, like as a mostly pink person, or as the Andorians call us, the pink skins, if I were to date a fellow pink skin from Russia, those are 2 seriously different cultures. And I think that would pose more of a difficulty to the relationship than between Randy and I, where he has a much darker complexion than I do. His complexion has nothing to do with our love. So another soapbox that I don't think should, like, to me, it's like, there's no, like, what does that even... Randy's channel is great. Love the reviews. Oh, thanks, April. Link didn't compute. Are you gonna do Inktober? I hope so. My 30-day art challenge with watercolors is paused until hell freezes over. Really want to do online school, but my mom won't let me. What should I do? River, what are you looking at doing with online school? Because honestly, a lot of them can be diploma mills. So I don't know, it depends entirely on you. Like, a lot of it, what subject are you trying to pursue? Didn't you say you were going to be in Collinsville, Illinois for some sort of event? Yes, Steph, this weekend we're going to be at Archon up in Collinsville. Oh, well, that shows that you're not 20 anymore. What shows I'm not 20 anymore? Thanks, Randy. Not too many men would support their wives doing their crafts. I know personally. Good guy. Oh my gosh, Randy's the best. Like, I got so lucky. The fact that I snagged him when I was 17 is like, yes. Good call, Past Vaughn. Are you planning to open an online shop where you sell supplies to support your finished products? Thinking Tiny Pandora and Christy Friesian. I'm going to keep linking over to Amazon because I'm actually an Amazon affiliate now, which is working out pretty good. So every time y'all go and buy something through one of my Amazon links, that actually generates income for us without us having to do any additional work other than just linking you guys to the product that we're using. Right. Michaela says you're not 20 anymore when you're really tired. The thing is, though, is that...
tired when I was 16.
Yeah, Randy's like, I've been tired since I was 16. You've been working since you were 16. Lauren and Zach are both in their very early 20s, and they're still dead tired the way we are. It's like, I don't care how you look at it. It's just hard work. When and what is the next convention in Chicago you are attending in April or May? I don't know if we are in April, we're doing, I think, AnimeCon Arkansas. And then in May, we're going to be vending at Anime St. Louis in St. Louis. But again, keep an eye out. Do you like anime? I do. I enjoy a lot of different animes. I love how you say you snagged instead of met. Oh no. Amazon link? I didn't know. Yeah, in all of our tutorials now, and even in a lot of the old ones that I've gone through and edited, it's like we'll make links to the Amazon products and you can click on it, and even if you don't buy the product, if you're like, oh, these beads are cool but I need toilet paper, and then you buy toilet paper, we still generate income. So for everybody who's trying to do an online business, it's free to become an Amazon affiliate, and it completely changes the way things work, because it's, you know, instead of me having to buy something in bulk and then resell to you guys, I'm like, go get it from them, you know?
At least a year.
Hey, Kapui. How far in advance do you book a show? We currently I looked through and started booking shows for a year from now. So and I'm kind of getting a late start on it. But it's at least 6 months before a convention, because a lot of the conventions that are kind of any good to vend at are already booked up 6 months in advance. But they also, usually invite last year's vendors before opening it up to new vendors. That is awesome, Horror. Thanks, awesome. I didn't know that. Thanks, Fun. How did you and your husband meet? Well, Randy and I actually aren't married. We've been like life partners, I guess, for like almost 13 years now. We met when we were in high school. We rode the same bus, and I was actually dating one of his friends, and one of the girls I was in band with who, rode the bus with us had a crush on Randy, and it was like, can you tell him that I like him? And I was like, okay. So we were on blast from the past, Yahoo Messenger. That dates us. And I was like, hey, I need to tell you something. And then like my brother-in-law walked in. He was like, I need to use the computer. So I took the dog for a walk, which this dog was like 15 years old and had bad hips, so nobody ever took her for walks. But I took her for a walk for like 2 hours, and Randy and I just walked around and talked, and at the end of the walk, I was like, oh yeah, this chick likes you. And he was like, oh, okay. But then we were like, but we like each other. But I wasn't still dating his friend at that time. I'd broken up with his friend because he was a compulsive liar. But it's like, who tells somebody that it's like, oh, I went to Germany and bought you this chocolate? And I was like, no, you didn't. It has the World Market logo on it. Like, right on. Mikio says that's a lot of money up front, right, Vaughn? It is a lot of money. A lot of conventions, like, it used to, 10 years ago when we started doing this, we could get a 6-foot table for like $80. And now when we go to a convention, it's typical for us to pay about $400 for the same amount of space. So the cost of doing an event has really gone up. And then also the cost of a hotel room has severely increased as well. Whenever we first started doing this, you could get a hotel room, with like a microwave and a mini fridge for like $30 or $40. 50 was kind of nice.
It was nowhere nice.
Yeah, it's like they were, roach motels for sure, but it has a toilet and it has a bed that you can sleep in. There were a lot of times we did not bring any of our personal possessions into the hotel room because we were like, we don't want to get roaches and bring them home. Maria asks, isn't it common law marriage after 7 or 11 years? It is. It depends on what state you live in and how you file. Like, there's things that you can do to make it common law, and technically we could claim common law married, but since we don't claim it, they can't touch him for my student loans. So I can stay in debt until the day I die, and Randy's bank will never be gleaned. His income will never be garnished. Like, they can't repossess anything. So it's so that's a big reason of why we haven't been claiming common law married, is because we're like, well, until I get this horrendous amount of debt paid off, we're just gonna keep living in sin. Do what, Randy? Oh my. Indiana hasn't. Oh, what? Or I would be right on. You guys need an RV with a trailer, then you don't have to worry about hotel rooms at all. Well, a lot of it, Nicole. A lot of that has to do with like sometimes like we go to conventions and there's parking garages, and it's like, or being able to get in on the the loading docks, or being able to pass under certain bridges, or like weight limits. So it's behooved us greatly to just have a van. Funny thing, I went to University of Phoenix. A lot of folks, they're asking, what'd you get your degree in? Do you have a master's? Like, no, I have like my associates, and like about I'm 1 year away from getting my bachelor's. But all of my classes at the time, University of Phoenix was accredited. Now other colleges won't take my credits. I would have to start over from scratch. I was just infuriated about like but I borrowed that money, so I gotta pay it back. you know, but I didn't know at the time that I was putting in time and money on a completely useless degree. And it was in business management and entrepreneurship, but it's like I could have spent, you know, a couple of bucks at a used bookstore on starting a business for dummies, or, you know, because all of the stuff had to do with corporations. Like when you have hundreds of employees and you're working in like, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but since I haven't been making regular monthly payments, we pay off the student loans like a chunk at a time. We've paid off 2 of them, and I took out 8 total. So I'm not going to go into the particulars, but it's like I didn't qualify for any kind of loan forgiveness or consolidation. So, c'est la vie. Get an old bus for a lot less and transform it. Oh, that'd be so cool. It's not sin, you funny girl. That's religious BS. Oh, I know. But that's like, my mom's a Mormon, and that's what she told her friends who are also Mormon. She was like, oh, they're living in sin. And I was like, yeah, Mom. Sure. Party on, living in sin, right? And it is pretty ridiculous stuff. But we all have our burdens that we deal with in our own ways. Randy and I are very fortunate, knock on wood, that we don't have medical expenses. And that's a lot of people might not have, you know, student loan debt, but the medical debt that you can rack up if you're not fortunate enough to, you know, be able to just get by without it. Yeah. And so that's why, my 2018 goals, starting kind of early, you know, we want to stay healthy for as long as we can. So, cause it's really nice to not have medical bills. Cause I remember as a kid, like that's all of my dad's disability went towards his medical expenses, and then there wasn't really anything left. But guys, our hour is up. I wanted to show y'all, we're going to be doing a drawing on October 1st, hopefully. Might be October 2nd. It's going to depend a lot on when we get home. But let's just say the Tuesday after Archon. I know, but I can't. I've got to get back to work.
Because October 1st is Sunday.
Oh, really? Okay, so October 3rd. We're going to be drawing for the winner.
Wow. This just keeps getting pushed back.
Well, that Tuesday. Thank God it's durable. I forgot the base wasn't attached. It's fine. Hooray for silk floral. Woo! But you put a little LED candle in it. Gravity will get me every time. So you can kind of see it glows through the windows. And you put a little cone of incense up in the top, and it has a little functional chimney. This is the giveaway prize on, well, hopefully we'll be doing another drawing on October 8th, me P.O. But if y'all would like a chance to win this one-of-a-kind sculpted fairy house, please check us out on Patreon. Isn't it just the cutest, though? I mean, I'm so jealous of whoever wins this. And all the detailing with gemstones and glass cabochons on the roof and stuff. But yeah, check us out on Patreon. We are Back to Earth Creations on Patreon. In most of our videos, there'll be links to, thank you, Laura. Laura Farquaad's house, right? Is there glass in the windows? There is. There's glass in the windows. But yeah, it's like www.patreon.com/Back to Earth Creations, and you can pledge $1, and that'll put your name in the hat. If you pledge $5, it'll put your name in the hat 5 times. But to get in on it, you'll need to pledge before October 1st, because that's when the payments are taken out. But yeah, so best of luck to everybody. Oh, and if you pledge $10 or more, you'll get a craft crate mailed to you every month, as well as have your name in the hat for the giveaways.
And if you do it in October only.
And in October only, for anybody who might be in the future watching this, if you've pledged before October 1st, you get a double shipment, because I'm horribly incompetent as a professional adult. Right? Hey, is there line art for your logo on there yet? No. I'm gonna try to do that. Thanks for reminding me. So payments get taken out on Patreon on October 1st. So if you pledged on like September 8th, payment doesn't get taken out until October 1st. So thank you guys so much. My Patreon is, like I said, it's patreon.com/Back to Earth Creations. You can go to any of my tutorials and there'll be a link to it. I also think Randy is copying and pasting it into the comments. If Future Vaughn remembers to, which she is severely likely not to, because it's me. But in the future, then I'll try to put it down in the video comments below. So, did your new banner serve well at SpaCon? Our new banner was fantastic. I'm so pleased with it. So again, I took some pictures of the new good looking booth. So bye everybody. Have a great day and happy crafting. Bye. Oh, and there's the link to Patreon.